What's up, you guys? Kirsty Snyder here alongside Daniel Kump, ready to rock for Teachable Tuesday. It is the 5th of March. If you're on teachabletuesdayreplays.com, please put replay in the comments below. And then as we walk through the concepts tonight, be sure to be intentionally present. The document that Daniel will share here in just a moment is going to be inside the description right below this video on our YouTube replay playlist. So be sure to tap into that and get rocking and rolling. Okay, we are going to let everyone in now, and thanks for hopping on the replay. Appreciate you.
Boom, boom, boom.
There it is.
I always love that when everybody piles in. It's just like, here we are. Boom.
What's
What's
up?
up? Good to see you. All right, guys, welcome back to another Teachable Tuesday. Last week, obviously, we had the webinar with Calvin. I don't know, but I mean, guys, real quick, throw down some value that you guys got out of last week's webinar. Like, I thought it was a really great business presentation. It was a great overview. He covered a lot of things, talked a little bit about the products, obviously about the compensation plan, the business opportunity, the right timing, right leadership, right momentum, right opportunity right now, all of those things. I thought it was a really, really great presentation. Obviously, we got that back out to you. You guys had the webinar replay link, so hopefully you guys use that to follow up and obviously to get some sales. But I thought he did a really, really great job there. So looking forward to doing more of those. And I think based on, what we saw there, we had literally, guys, hundreds and hundreds of people on a webinar that wanted more information about a business opportunity. So I think we're going to be doing more of those going forward because why the heck not? It's a great opportunity to get people in a room and get them excited for what we have to offer, which is pretty freaking awesome. So that being said, speaking of pretty awesome, tonight's training it's nothing, it's nothing crazy, but it's something that I stumbled on TikTok. Now, we're going to kind of call tonight's training a TikTok training, and you're going to see why as I kind of dive into it. But this could literally be applied to any short form video. Okay. So it doesn't necessarily have to be TikTok, but I was watching, as part of your journey in the space of online marketing, guys, I want you to realize, like, I'm going to give you some Jim Rohn awesomeness here. Okay. If you want to be wealthy, study wealth, right? If you want to be successful in the online marketing space, study other people that are successful in the online marketing space. I mean, this is kind of no-brainer stuff here, but it's like, if you want to be healthy, study health. If you want to be wealthy, study wealth. Like, I mean, it's kind of no-brainer, kind of common sense, but sometimes you just got to say it. Sometimes you just got to hear it and be like, oh, yeah, that really does make a lot of sense. And then you could look at yourself and be like, well, I'm not really studying wealth. So, if you're not studying wealth, are you wealthy? If you're not studying health, are you physically fit? Like, I don't know. It's just common sense questions to ask here. Okay. But that being said, I was studying some other very successful folks over on TikTok. And one thing really, really stood out to me is the style of video that they were using. And it's nothing crazy, but it really just grabbed my attention when I saw it. And I started kind of mirroring and cloning exactly what they were doing because guess what? I was studying success. Some of my peers in the industry in other companies were having some great success. I was studying what they were doing. And then guess what? I took what they were doing, I applied it, and I started seeing an increase in my results. Does that make sense, guys? I mean, that's pretty common sense, right? We're talking about really common sense stuff here. I was studying other people who were having great success. I applied what I learned watching them, and then I increased my results, right? So this is what we're sharing with you guys tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and draw. I see some of you guys shaking your heads. That's good. That's good. All right. So I'm going to drop a link. Normally would, kind of wait till the end, but I'm just going to give this to you guys here now. Where's my doodad? So you guys can just kind of like watch this and follow along. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys some examples, and then we're going to demo it. I want to demo this and walk you guys through, just like we've done this before with the YouTube videos that we gave you, other short form videos that we gave you before. I want to demo this for you so you guys can kind of see it in action. But there's a link for tonight that we're going to be going over. And I'm going to jump right into my screen right now, and we're going to go check this out. Okay. So again, really simple, really easy training tonight, guys. So basically just follow along. And what I want to show you is right here is kind of, we're going to do a little bit of a shift. Normally when you do a short form video, your phone is always straight up, right? You're using a vertical phone, holding position. We're going to switch that around. We're going to go to vertical, and I'm going to show you guys why, and I'm going to show you guys what this looks like. So we're going to go over to my TikTok account right here. Okay. So what I want to take a look at here is, you guys notice the style right here. So instead of doing, let me get rid of this. Hold on. I got my little TikTok, not sorry, my Zoom menu doodad here in the way. So here's your traditional style of video, right? You got your standard vertical style of video right there. What I started noticing this trend where not only this one creator that I was following, and he's got like, I don't know, 50, 60, 70,000 followers. He's getting on average, 10 to 15,000 views a video. He's getting sales left and right. And he was doing this right here. And that grabbed my attention because kind of like a sales video, right? Kind of like a sales page. Picture a sales page. One of our, your funnel team sales pages. What's the first thing that we have right at the top of the page? Right? What's that thing at the very top of the page called? What's it called, guys? You guys know the answer to this, right? It's usually like one phrase or a word, like right at the top, right? What is that called? Okay. And I'll pull up a sales page if you want. Yeah, there's a hook. Yeah, Margaret, there you go. Headline. Okay, you got a headline. There's a headline right at the top of the page, and it's usually some form of shocking statement, something that gets your attention, right? Discover how to make up to $3,200 in 1 to 2 hours a day working right from that device you're on, right? That's a headline. So I noticed his videos. He took his videos and he made them horizontal, and then right at the top of the video, he had a really great headline. So right up here was like a really great headline. And then right under that, he had kind of like something that was suggestive, like a subjective subheadline. And then obviously the link comes into play, and we'll talk about that, or really whatever your call to action is, because I know some of you guys are like, DM me for more, or go here for more information, or, go to the link on your screen, go to the link in my bio, whatever it is. Whatever you want your call to action to be, that's what we're going to kind of get into here. But what really got my attention was I was kind of somewhat hearing what he was saying in his videos, but what got me hooked, that first 3 seconds, right? You have 1 to 3 seconds to hook somebody in. Well, what if you didn't have to solely rely on what you said? What if you could also put a headline or a subheadline on there that also hooked people in, right? So now you have the opportunity right here to actually put a hook right up in a headline, like really create curiosity, a shocking statement, get people's attention. So when someone starts watching your video, they're going to hear the audio, but instantly, what are they going to do? They're going to want to read what's right there. And that's what got me, because I went to his videos and I was like, whoa, what is he saying? So I would read the top, then I would read the bottom, and then I would listen to what he's saying, seeing if it matched what I just read. And it did. So hopefully you guys are kind of understanding where we're going here, right? So as an example, like, unless you live in a cave, right? We all know what happened this morning with Facebook, right? Like half the world got bounced out of their Facebook account. So just to have fun, like legit, just to have fun in that moment, in the, whatever it was, the 1 to 2 hours that we were down, I said, man, I'm going to go make a video about this. Timing, and I wasn't really like, this wasn't necessarily part of the training, but I do want to talk about, sometimes it's cool to take advantage of what's going on out there in the world, right? Whether there's, it's Super Tuesday, there's an election, whether you're into, politics or not, like it's Super Tuesday, there's an election. There's a lot of now conspiracies around like why Facebook went down. So that's a super huge popular topic right now. Like you could play with that and then kind of flip that into, you know, home-based business or whatever. But I wanted to play with that. So if we just went like, we're going to do, just look at this one video right here. And the whole point is, I want you guys to, let me click on that one sec. All right. So forget about the video. It's not about what the video is about. It's, does the video grab your attention? Okay. Does the video grab your attention? Does the headline grab your attention? Does the subheadline grab your attention? That's what I was going for. That's all I was going for. This was basically just an engagement video and me kind of messing around with this format. Okay. So what is the first thing I did? I obviously put the date because something just happened, right? And then I asked a question. Asking a question, we all know this right out of the 4-point formula, right? We teach you guys the 4-point formula in the Fast Start Guide, right? In your TFT training, Fast Start Guide, 4-point formula. Comment the 4-point formula if you know what it is, right? The number one first thing is your hook. So in the video, I obviously say, I don't know if you're aware of just what happened on Facebook. Oh my God. But what is the headline? The headline is a hook. What just happened to Facebook? That's attention grabbing. Okay. So I want you guys to think about this with your content. What kind of questions / headlines can you think of that would go great at the top of your video? Now, also down here, here's another, creating more intrigue. So we're taking the headline and then we're kind of adding some fuel to the fire. Almost think about like, right, you know, your 4-point formula, your hook, your build up, right? So if I said, what just happened to Facebook? Is that a hook? Yes or no? Is that a hook? Is that a hook? What just happened to Facebook? Right? Created curiosity, right? And if I said, what you need to know, what just happened to Facebook? Holy crap. Here's what you need to know. Like, did I just build up to what I just asked? Yeah. Right. So that's what you kind of have the opportunity to do with this style of video. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of demo this. I'm going to walk you guys through this and show you guys like what this looks like and how to record this. Now, as an example, where am I here? Boom. You come back out. So you guys can see on your screen. I didn't know what the video was going to do. And like I said, honestly, I was just kind of playing around. 741,000 views. That video grew my channel by over 1,000 followers in a matter of a couple of hours. That is taking advantage of timing. And you guys all have the opportunity to do that. And I know we're like very much immersed in the, you know, make money online, make money from home, you know, side hustle. Like we're kind of like in our little, you know, cocoon and vortex there. But every now and then, if you guys have the opportunity, if there's something hot and pressing out in the rest of the world, you know, outside of our bubble, right? Like Facebook, that was kind of a big thing, you know, that affected literally millions of people. So I took advantage of it in that moment. And you could still kind of turn around or play with it, but I'm just giving you guys the example. So if there's something that's like crazy in the press, maybe there's like some fun celebrity, something like, you know, like you could ask a shocking question. Like I'm just throwing this out there, but like, what's the deal with Kylie Jenner? You know what I mean? You could ask a silly question like that and then turn that into like, if she was in the news for something, and then you could kind of turn that into something to do with your business, right? So, Kirsten, I know you had mentioned this before to me about taking like something that had happened today and then turning that into, you know, why people may want to pay attention to what we're doing. I don't know if you want to chime in on that a little bit. But I thought it was cool how, you know, you were giving me advice like, oh, you should go do this and go do this and go do this. Like, even though like we, you know, kind of playing around and just having fun with this video, but
Hmm. Yeah.
um, you guys can totally take advantage of what's out there, but also use that to your advantage, if that makes sense.
The reason you take advantage of something that's happening in the current, say something like Facebook taking a crap today, freaking people out, say something like the Super Bowl, say something like a few years ago, COVID, like home based businesses during that time in 2020 took off because people were emotionally connected as to why they wanted something at home, whether they had started working at home based on their current job and masks and whatever or not. They realized even more so that they needed a plan B. But it's not because you're manipulating it. It's because you're exposing the truth of what people are already thinking. You're just the one voicing it. Does that make sense, guys? So we'll give a more current or recent example, not just Facebook, the Super Bowl. There were multiple people on this team. You guys know who you are. So congrats, great job, who took advantage of the Super Bowl because people are on their phone. They're there, they're having memes and different things go out about Usher and whatever else. And they used those things and tied it directly to their home based business. Does that make sense? So when you're exploiting something that's in the current, that's in the now, the algorithm is already pushing those current, in the now, emotional, dramatic, big, small, dramatic things into people's news feeds anyway. So if your content says that, it's not because Daniel had this like really good Facebook hashtag that boosted him up into TikTok. No, it's because he was doing something that was current. People were already looking at that. That was already a problem. So he maximized it by having his content relay that message. Does that make sense? So it's not about Facebook. It's not about being political. It's not about if, it was back in 2020. It's about having a current event magnified because people are already seeing that current event and now you're exposing it based on your own voice, your own way of branding, your own tie down to how it can relate and does relate to home-based business. Does that make sense? Because Daniel today, I don't think there's no way, and maybe some of you guys are guilty out there too of this. I don't know. Daniel or whoever, if the intent is to just go get views and he's almost at 1 million now based on a video he posted this morning at like what, 11 Eastern, something like that. It's not based on views. He wasn't after it for the views. He was after it based on engagement purposes because then those people are now going to follow his account, which turn into conversions, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so if you're going to expose or exploit or magnify, that's my favorite word in this, magnify something that is either a problem, something dramatic, something that's solving, something that is emotional, good or bad. If you're bringing it up, that's a way of being remembered. It's a way of branding, but always tie it back to home-based business, getting started with you, that kind of a thing. Because if Daniel, for example, just put out that video and was like, woohoo, I just got 2,000 new followers. But then he never ties those followers down to why they wanted to follow his account initially. His account is not about how Facebook sucks, right? Could that be a little off topic for what his niche is? Kinda, unless he ties it down to what he does and he helps those followers engage with how he can help them. Does that make sense? Just drop a make sense if you feel me, because I know that, oh, we don't want to be political. Oh, we don't want to be religious. Oh, we don't want to have this or that. But what's out there in the world, if you're the one to expose it, you're the one to be okay to talk about it. It's helpful for the person who's thinking it, but doesn't share it. Does that make sense? Let me know.
Yeah. So even though like I knew 1,000% that like when I made the video this morning, it wasn't about getting sales and it was not about views. I don't care what the views were. I knew that the timing was on point because while Facebook was down, what else are people going to do? They're going to turn to other social media platforms, and there's nothing hotter right now than TikTok. So I just created a quick video with the whole point, just like Kirsty said, the whole point of my video this morning was engagement. There are literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of comments on that video. I cannot even keep up. I didn't even try to keep up. But the whole point was it grew my channel by over 1,000 followers in a matter of hours. Now, what else did I do? And this is, we're kind of getting a little off topic here, but the key point here is kind of taking advantage of this timing when you can. And it's about using that, whether it be the Super Bowl or Facebook or whatever it is, using that to your advantage because it's out there and people are searching for it. So why not use that in your content, right? And what I also did is while my video was going north or going viral or whatever you want to call it, right? I'm sure probably by the end of tonight, that's going to be up over 1 million views. While my video was like going, I would refresh like every couple seconds and it was crazy. It was like 5,000 views, 100,000 views, 150, 200, 250, three, like, and it was like, holy crap. And when I saw that, I was like, I'm going to go live. So I went live on my TikTok channel while this was happening. And again, I went live and I started talking a little bit about Facebook, but then I started mixing in, and this is how I did it. This is how I did the tie down to Facebook going down versus I have a home-based business, right? So I went live and I started with the engagement and I started talking about, oh my gosh, guys, it's crazy. Like, do you have access to Facebook? Comment yes or no if you guys can get into your Facebook account right now. What did that do? They got a bunch of people commenting yes or no, right? So I started with some engagement. Again, taking advantage of the timing. And then, I mean, there were literally at one point, there were hundreds of people on the live, but on average, I maintained over 100 people on the TikTok live the entire time, right? And I was like, asking questions, lots of engagement. Hey guys, like, can you get in your Facebook account? Like, this is kind of crazy. Like, whoa, comment yes or no. Comment yes or no. Can you access your Facebook account? And then I did the switch. I was like, yeah, this is crazy, man. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I got a home-based business here. I'm sure you guys might be able to tell by my background, but and then I kind of like took the phone and I kind of like showed around, or I'm like, this is my home office. Like, I work from home, and I got a home-based business, and I make a full-time income right here from home, and man, this is crazy. Like, my team operates on Facebook. We can't even communicate with our team. Well, we kind of can because we have this cool app that we can still communicate with our team because we plug them into like all the stuff that we're doing. But I don't know about you guys. Like, does this affect you? Or like, are you guys affected by this at all? But I know for me, like, even without Facebook, we can still operate because like we have this app thing that we run our business from. And here, let me show you. Let me check this out. And I share my screen and kind of showed what we did. But it was a matter of like taking that time, taking that opportunity, taking that momentum and kind of steering it towards that. And now it's like, now I'm getting messages. Now people are commenting like, hey, can I learn more? Can you tell me more about what you do? Can I have the link, whatever it is? And I even got a sale from someone that literally was on live, then went to go, check out my YouTube channel and then joined. Right. So, but the whole point is like, for me, it was all about engagement. It was all about timing and getting more people to my channel. That's it. All I wanted to do is get more people to my channel. That's it. For all the other home-based content that's there. So let's shift back.
Quick thought.
Yep.
For those of you, because I can read some of your faces. Okay. So just roll with me here. For those of you who heard Daniel say, oh, and then I showed my office and, it's insinuated to the viewer that like I run a full-time business, I make full-time income from home. For those of you who are like, but I don't know what to say. I know that we're supposed to incorporate a current event, Super Bowl, Facebook, whatever. With what's happening, we're supposed to maximize and magnify a current situation because people are already looking for that current situation, dramatic thing, right? Good or bad. For those of you who are like, but I don't make full-time income from home. I don't have a home office. I don't even have a fancy desk and like a cute background like Daniel. Can't do it. Lies. Because what you could say is not about the insinuation of what's behind him or what's not behind you. Freak, you could be working at Walmart and you could have used this same example and said, this is why I have a home-based business, because every single time I open up TikTok or whatever platform you're, exposing the truth on or whatever, when Facebook took a crap, Every single time I open up TikTok, I want to be able to make money. If you want the same, do this. Like you don't, you can still own the posture without having it be like this big ol' I have a desk and I have a microphone and like it doesn't have to be about the fancy stuff. Okay. So for those of you who thought that's what it was, because I can read your face, okay, it's not about that. It's about posturing up and using what you do have, even if you've made one sale, 0 sales, or you got 5 as of yesterday. I want you to know that you can incorporate a current situation, no matter what it is. You can magnify it and still tie it to home-based business based on the value that you have. Just like Daniel said, oh, well, Facebook took a crap. That's okay. I'm sure some of you guys are impacted. Man, that sucks. For me and my team, digital marketing, us being able to work at home, we have an app. How awesome would it be to run through an app and you make money? Do you guys want in on that? And then engagement, you know what I'm saying? And that could be forced and not forced. That could be formed into a short form video too. You guys can still use this Facebook situation to your advantage, even if it wasn't in the moment that Facebook was taking a crap. Does that make sense? I'm
There's
just
a
reading
headline
the
for a
room
video:
here. So I'm
how to
trying to
build your
help you
business
guys
without
out.
Facebook. Yep. How to build your business without Facebook. So, I mean, yeah, guys, a little off topic, but I wanted to talk about this a little bit today because, you do have the ability to kind of take advantage of, what's hot right now on social media, what's hot in the press, what's hot in, on TV, whatever it is, movies, sporting events, that sort of stuff. You can use that stuff to your advantage. But, you know, the main thing that I want to share with you guys tonight is kind of doing this video style that is obviously working really, really, really well. So as an example, like see over on the right-hand side of your screen there, where it says, stop taking the wrong advice. Big, shocking headline right there. Do something that actually works. Well, what does he mean? Like if you were to scroll and catch that video, stop taking the wrong advice. Well, taking the wrong advice from who? What's this guy talking about? Do something that actually works. What is he even talking about? Like right there, like I already got your attention. Already got your attention. And then you're going to watch more of the video, right? So using this style of video with like, the black bars at the top and the bottom, you can really use that to your advantage and work on your hooks. Like that's really like the end, like root cause result of like what tonight's training is all about, is to really get good at your hooks and doing it in a way where you're going to visually grab somebody's attention as soon as they land on your video versus just having the standard vertical view where it's like, everyone's used to that. Everyone is used to the standard vertical view. So when you flip the script and you have a completely different format, think about this for a second. When you have a completely different format than everybody else is using, what does that do? Yes or no? Does that get more attention than if you're using a completely different format than everybody else? Yes or no? Does that get more attention? Yeah, it does. And that's what got my attention when I saw this other content creator doing that. I was like, whoa, that's good. I like that. And then obviously I started doing it and I saw the results. I saw the spike in engagement. I saw the spike in watch time, all of those things. So what I want to do now is I want to take you guys over to like here. I want to take you guys over to this document. And what we're going to do is I'm going to go to my phone. I'm going to record a super quick video. And then I'm going to show you guys like what this looks like this part right here. I'm going to show you guys what this looks like to actually go through and edit it and get it ready for, ready to upload to. And again, we're calling it a TikTok training, but you can upload this to YouTube Shorts. I do the same thing with Facebook Reels, Insta, all that stuff. It's fine. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to unshare here. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me see. Meow, meow, meow. Make sure this works. Yep, there we go. No, not connecting headphones. All right, everybody see my phone? You guys good? Just give me a thumbs up. You guys can see my phone on screen there? Okay, good. Awesome. All right. Geez. What type of video do I want to make? Here we go. Nope, flip that around. You guys can see my plants. Hey, what's up? All right. So right now, this is the standard format right here. Typically the phone is vertical. This is the standard format. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it over. We're going to do it horizontal. I'm going to record. I'm going to keep it really short and sweet. We'll see. I don't know. Something's going to flow out, but I'm going to hold it horizontal. I'm going to record something, and then we're going to go into CapCut. We're going to edit it, and we're going to go through that document that I shared with you guys and kind of walk you guys through what that looks like, okay, to edit it in this format. Okay, so here we go. I got a cable hanging down here, so I'm going to do this. All right. I'm just shooting from the hip here. Hopefully this records. So let me get this straight. You just paid what? Up to $1,000 for that phone that you're on just so you could sit here and scroll on social media? Seriously, why not turn that phone into a money-making asset? So instead of paying money just to scroll on social media and get nowhere and waste your freaking time, why not take that, plug into a community, a team of people, something that I'm actually using to generate leads and sales every single day that you can do, by the way, 1 to 2 hours right from that device you're on anywhere in the world. You know what? I don't like where that's going. Sorry, I don't like where that's going. I could do that better. And that's what happens. Sometimes you start recording, I get halfway through, and then I'm like, no, I want to do this over. So anyway, here we go. Let me see. What do I want to talk about? All right, I'm gonna try that again. So let me get this straight. You just paid what? Up to $1,000 just to be on that device? So you can scroll on social media? I mean, seriously, what is wrong with you? Why not turn that phone into a money-making asset? I don't know if you know this, but in about 1 to 2 hours a day of simple copying and pasting right from that same device that you're watching this video on, you could be generating leads and sales just like I do right from the comfort of home or your car or a parking lot or wherever you are. All it takes is simple copy and paste. Can you do that? If so, somewhere around this video is a link. And trust me, if I could do it, if I could go from working retail and stocking shelves my entire life to now doing this and making money from my freaking phone, you can too. Stop wasting money, turn your phone into a money-making asset. Trust me, you're going to be glad you did. Okay, anyway, that was close. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take that, we're going to go to CapCut, and then we're going to start editing. All right, so here we go. Boom, get rid of that. Go over to CapCut, bam, boom. Don't need that. All right, so here we go. So if you guys, now what you guys can kind of do is you guys can obviously look at the video and then you can kind of follow along on that document. And I'm going to walk through and we're going to add this in right here. Okay. So now if I were to just post this the way that it is, it's now like a standard vertical, standard horizontal view video. Like if I was going to upload this to YouTube or something like that, but we want it in vertical mode. So what we got to do first is we got to change the aspect ratio. So down at the bottom, okay, I haven't done anything yet. I'm going to scroll over right where it says aspect ratio. We're going to change it to 9:16 or the little TikTok guy right there. Okay. I'm going to hit that. Boom. See how it just changed? Okay. And then I hit the check mark and then boom. Now we're good. Right. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add some captions. Okay. Auto captions. Boom. We're going to go to, what do we want to do? There's one usually. The thing that stinks about CapCut every now and then is they change the locations every now and then. Like sometimes you'll find a font that you like and then they change where it's located and you got to go kind of dig for it, which is kind of a pain in the butt. CapCut, if you're listening, if you ever watch this, like, come on, man. All right. So all I'm looking for is a specific style that I use quite a bit. Here we go, right there. Okay. Now you guys could choose whatever you want. I'm just kind of walking you through my format. But like I said, I mean, I've tested this multiple times. It works really good. And so what I'm going to do now is first thing is I'm going to take the captions and I'm going to slide them up into the video right at the bottom, just like that. Okay. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to chop out some dead space. We're going to chop out some bookends, right? We've covered this in other videos. I want to cover this again. So you can see right here, I got a little bit of dead space. because you can see right here, this is the line where the captions start. That's where I start speaking, but I got about I got like a second or so of like, hey. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to slide that over. I'm going to chop that out. Okay. Just like that. Chop that out. Boom. Get rid of that. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is, I don't think I paused all that much. Sometimes when I'm recording, I'll pause, I'll flub a word, I'll wait a second, and then there'll be a space like right here. There's like a little bit of a gap. We're going to come back and we're going to kind of chop that up a little bit. Tiny little gap there, but overall, not that bad. So if this would be where, this is where the captions really come into play, because you can see in the video, like if there's a big gap, like you mess up, it's okay. And by the way, it's okay. What I would normally do, I only did it a little different because like you're watching me. But if I was recording this by myself and I was saying something and I messed up, I would have kept the video recording, and then I would have gone back and I just would have edited that part out. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to listen in. The second that last part stops, I'm going to cut. And then I'm going to go to the beginning of the next phrase, which is right there. And I'm going to chop. Again, just getting rid of dead space. Okay. And I'm going to press and hold, and I can move that right back up into that hole. Okay. So all that's good. So you got the captions in there. Everything's good. So next thing we want is a headline. So let's collaborate here. Okay. I'm creating a video about turning your phone into a money-making asset. You're wasting money. You're paying money literally just to scroll on social media, which, to be honest, is kind of stupid if you think about it. And a lot of us do that. Like, that's just reality. A lot of us paid up to, $1,000 for our iPhone, and all we do is use it to scroll on social media. Like, really? So what would be a good headline? Okay. What would be a good headline? So drop a comment in there. What would be something that would get someone's attention right at the top of the video? What do you guys think? Okay. What do you guys think? Turn your phone into money. Okay. Are you made of money? Yep. Keep them coming in. The social media stealing your money too. Ooh, I kind of like that. That's pretty hot. All right. What else? What else you guys got? Come on, guys. Don't be shy. What are you waiting for? Okay. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Why would anyone do this? Okay, I kind of like that. I like where you guys are going. Okay, you got some good ones. Why would anyone do this? Maybe we can combine that with social media. How about why are you paying money just to scroll? How's that? Can we do better? I don't know. Kirsty, can we do better than that? I think we could probably do better than that.
I say you just use what Celeste said. What was her exact thing? Where is it?
Yeah, that was pretty solid.
Is social media stealing your money too?
Okay, we'll run with that.
Because that's just short, sweet, to the punch. That makes me be
Yeah.
like, what do you mean that's stealing my money? What is she talking about? Apple Pay? What is this? Like, my mind would go like a billion places. I'd have to watch the video.
Okay, so just a quick hint while we're here. So everybody, shout out to Celeste for nailing the headline. Now, don't give up just yet, because we're gonna put a sub headline in here too. So real quick, I'm gonna come out of there for a second. You guys can use whatever fonts you want. For me, I like Resolve. I like to use, I think it's just bold, big, blocky, and it just kind of, it pops out. So I like that. Now, up on the headline here, I also use Resolve, but I do not like the Resolve font with a link because it's all caps. So we're going to get to that in a second. So now let's talk about a sub headline. So the first thing we did is we asked the question. So there's the hook. We got the attention, right? Now, how do you build on that? What would be the buildup, right? What would be the buildup? Is social media stealing your money too? So wait, what? Maybe think like, here's, see, like I'm getting so many ideas now. You guys should be like writing this stuff down. Like you could do 19 different versions of this video, okay? And super huge shout out, super mega huge shout out to Abby Pruitt, because I first got this idea from her when her video was shared with me about the whole paying money just to be on your phone, like to scroll on social media. So super huge shout out to her. I have pardon the French, but I've regurgitated that video about 67 times and it works great every time. And that's what we mean here, guys, by you guys can like literally take one piece of content and turn it into hundreds of pieces of content. Okay. So we're going to ask a question, right? Is social media stealing your money too? A great way to do this would be like, here's 3 tips to avoid this. Here's 5 tips to avoid this. My main reason, or my main method to avoiding this. My main method to solving this problem. Like you could take that one question at the top and turn it into like dozens of different videos. Because like you could ask that question and then answer it multiple different ways. Does that make sense? Guys, does that make sense? All right, good. See, you guys are picking up what I'm putting down. Smell of what I'm stepping in. All right. Smells good, by the way. All right, so what's our sub headline, guys? Kirsty, you see any good one? Any
I did see one, but now I don't know
okay.
where it
This will
went.
blow your mind, Lisa. Good one. Okay. Let's specify that a little bit more. Like I like that, but let's tweak that a little bit. Is social media stealing your money too? How about the solution just might blow your mind? Or
3 hacks that'll blow your mind.
mm,
Or even just put 3 hacks with like a mind blow emoji. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't
ooh,
make it so wordy.
ready? Simple hack. Hold on. Simple hack. Mind blown. How about something like that?
Yep, looks good. Basically,
Okay.
what we're trying to get across right now is the black on the top and the bottom is meant to be a hook in and of itself. So regardless of what you're saying, someone wants to stop. It stands out. It's remembered. It's branded. And what you're doing with the headline and the sub headline is like a precursor to a book, or why someone would want to watch a movie trailer and then be excited about the release date, right? It's the same thing here. The short form video is the gateway into anything else, your funnel to DM you, a YouTube channel, whatever else. And if you want people to stay and remember you, this is what you're doing here. So the headline and the sub headline are not meant to tell what you're going to say.
Not at all.
It's meant to intrigue, where it's like, wait, what is he talking about? Stealing my money? What the like, I wouldn't know what that means. I immediately go to like, okay, Apple Pay. Did someone like scam me on Messenger? Like, that's what my mind goes to. But then throughout your video, you're explaining it. And in the video, if right here on this the sub headline, you say simple hack, in the video, you would say, as part of the value piece, that 3rd point of the 4-point formula, the value piece would be, here's the hack, blah, blah, blah. Does that make sense? So it ties down, it's together, it's recognized, it's remembered.
So yeah, I like that. That's good. And again, just like Kirsty was saying, like, you're not going to tell them, like, this is the whole point of like a sub headline here is just to be suggestive. You want to hint at it. You want to be suggestive, but obviously you don't want to give it away. You want them to actually watch the video. So on the doc, I talk about scrolling this over. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to just grab that with my thumb and I'm going to pull that all the way over to the end of the video. So that way the title is there for the entire time. Same thing with the Subheadline, we're going to come all the way over. Boom. So another thing you can do, and this is kind of how I play it sometimes. Now, what obviously right up here, like with the headline and the subheadline, we're using just white, we're using black and white, which is attention grabbing, it's a great question. It's attention grabbing, that sort of thing. Every now and then, depending on the type of question I'm asking, depending on, the question, is it a shocking statement? So as an example, like if it's a shocking statement, sometimes what I'll do is I'll make it red, like, because I really want to emphasize that point. Like sometimes I'll say shocking truth, or like this is controversial, or a controversial truth. So I'll make those colors a little more bold. I'll make them red. In this particular case, I would just make, we can keep it white. It doesn't really matter, but just think about the color of, the color of the text that you're using. Play around with that. Sometimes what I'll do, if I'm wearing, as an example, if I'm wearing like right now, I'm just wearing like a navy blue shirt, which kind of wouldn't work here. But what I'll do is I'll match the color of the font to the color shirt that I'm wearing. Just kind of play around with that a little bit. I don't know if I can kind of do that here. It would be a little too dark. But anyway, just kind of food for thought there. Sometimes I'll play around, or if I have like my purple lights on in the background, I'll do a purple font. So like the video is kind of matching the text a little bit. Anyway, just throwing that out there. So now we got the headline up there, right? You can add music if you want. I don't do a lot of music in my videos. I just don't. You can add music if you want, right? So right in here somewhere, I think I say, yep, right here. So I say somewhere around this video is a link. I'm kind of pointing. So right when I say that, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my link pop up, right? And we're going to use, I've been using this domain name recently here. Okay. Testing out something new, by the way. Now I'm going to change the font. So instead of doing resolve, which is all caps, I want to do something that is not all caps, because I want people to see the different words. So I like Oliver. That's just me. I like Oliver. And I want this to pop a little bit different. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to change that to a different color. I'm going to do like a nice blue. Okay. Maybe go a little lighter. Yep. There you go. So I'm going to do a nice blue. I'm going to do an animation. Okay. And a little pop up. Boing. So that pops up. Now, I don't know if you knew this, but with CapCut, you could actually use two different animations at once. So you could do the first in, which is the pop up, and then I'm going to do a little jiggle bounce. So in other words, it's going to pop up and then it's going to bounce. Two animations at once. And then I'm going to scroll that to the end, just like that. And then right there, this is done. Okay. So that's how I do that format right there. Okay. That's how you would do that. So you hold your phone horizontal, right? Once you do, you change the aspect ratio. So don't forget to do that in the very, very beginning. Very first thing you do, change the aspect ratio. Make sure it's set for 9:16. Okay. You put your headline up there. You put your subheadline down at the bottom. And then this could vary based on, what type of call to action you give. So as an example, like your subheadline could also tie into your call to action. Your call to action, if you're going to say like, DM me for more, like depending on if you want to use this on Facebook, you want to use this on Insta, whatever, and you're using Messenger, you're using the DM formula out of the Fast Start Guide, by the way, Fast Start Guide Part 2. If you guys are using those to close more sales, your call to action could be, you could tie that in here different ways. Okay. So again, just food for thought. Think about some of this stuff, but I really like, when you're looking at that full screen, I mean, just again, think about why we're trying this, why, not trying. I mean, it's been proven. It's been proven by other content creators, been proven by myself. What we're creating here, and this is, again, kind of like the whole root cause of what we're doing, is we're changing the pattern interrupt. We're creating a pattern interrupt. Okay. If we were to just go to TikTok right now and just scroll, every single video is the standard video format. You know, your standard vertical video. It's like people doing their thing, doing their thing, doing their thing. And then all of a sudden someone sees this and they're like, whoa, that's different. We're creating a pattern interrupt. Okay. It's the whole point of this. Shocking statement, great headline, ask a question, whatever it is. You get the words on the screen, you got your captions on there. You got a sub headline, and then some point in the video, you got a call to action. Okay. Keep it stupid simple. Go with that, test it out, try it, see how it works. And that's really it. All you got to do is, again, just kind of watch this replay if you need to multiple times. This will get uploaded in a little while over at teachabletuesdayreplays.com. You guys can obviously go watch this multiple times if need be. I saw a comment that someone said, I don't have these options on TikTok, on CapCut. CapCut is the same. I have the free version. I don't have a paid version. So you just got to pay attention to where you're at the bottom of your screen, because there's a lot of menus. Like once you go into one menu, it opens up another menu, which can open up another menu. So you just got to be careful. And sometimes, like if I go to like text and then I go to, you know, stickers, and then I go to something else, like you got to make sure like there's that back arrow over on the lower left-hand side. Sometimes you got to go back all the way out to the beginning to kind of figure out where you are. So CapCut can be a little bit of a pain like that. But otherwise, otherwise, it's, again, just like anything else, guys. Once you do it a couple of times, it's really not that bad. And that's that. And then you would just upload that. I could take that video. It's less than a minute, so that could be a YouTube short. That could be over on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook Reels, whatever. But again, just kind of remember, you don't just have to make one video once. If it hits, if it lands, if it gets engagement, if it gets traction, you know, you could literally recreate that same exact video multiple different times. It's like the same thing with the idea about, you know, using your cell phone, you know, just paying money to buy a phone just to scroll on social media. I've redone that video so many freaking times. And this one here is social media stealing your money too. Like, please, for the love of whoever you look up to, like, please, like, I beg you, some of you guys use that and then use it again and use it again and use it again until it lands, because you could take that one headline, that one question, and turn that into dozens and dozens, if not hundreds of pieces of content. Is social media money stealing your money too? Here's my number one hack to avoid this. Is social media stealing your money too? Here's my 3 tips to avoid this. Social media stealing your money too. Here's 5 things that I do every single day to avoid this. Like, it's endless. It's literally endless, guys. So you have so much content in front of you. You guys you got to go just do the thing. So hopefully that was helpful for you guys. Hopefully that was helpful. If it was, comment the word helpful. Let me know. Like I said, I've been testing this out for quite a while now. It's probably been like a couple of weeks of using this style of video format, this pattern interrupt, because it's different from what everybody else is doing. And it works really well. I get a lot of engagement, thousands of views. So hopefully you guys can get out there, model that, clone it, try it, have some fun with it. And oh, by the way, on that document, let me share that one more time with you guys. On that document, you guys have right here, okay, it says link to folder. When you guys open this up, there's like 16 different videos in here that I put in here. Keep in mind, these all have my links, so just make sure, like, you know, you guys are using this as a template. Use it as your own example. But you guys have literally 16 different videos, videos that I've done in the last couple of weeks. You guys can go use those, make your own versions of them. Disclaimer, I tend to swear in my videos occasionally, so, you know, family channel, don't put it on full blast around kids, because occasionally I'll drop an F-bomb or 6 in my videos, but that's just me being me. So you guys go be you and go have some fun. But the style works really well, not just for me, but other creators as well. So go create those pattern interrupts and go get some results. I think that's all I got.
And as a last sentence statement, just as a complete tie down for this training tonight, and even for those on the replay, please listen up. For you to do what Daniel has suggested, to clone the videos that are working with the black banners, with the headlines, the sub headlines, how to say it, having it be this way instead of vertical, whatever. All of that with intensive purpose is for you to be branded and remembered so that you stand out in the side hustle industry, so that you stand out in this niche of making money online. Here's how I'm going to help you. Also remember that those handful of videos that Daniel has inside of that link, which is also under the video for those on the replay, it's in the description underneath this video, okay? There's endless pieces of content in it. So just make sure that if you're going to use, like Celeste suggests, is social media stealing your money too? Have that be a hook for multiple videos and see how it lands. But then focus on the conversions. People, you get conversions by having consistent sales, consistent eyeballs on your content. How the conversions happen is by saying, go to workwithbillybob.com, whatever your link is, and then they hit your funnel, then you can close the sale. So focus on that. Short form videos, the gateway into anything else. Anything else, a direct message, someone hitting your funnel, you getting a cha-ching on your phone, you getting a direct message, someone texting you, someone going to your YouTube channel, YouTube, anything like that. Short form video is the gateway to do that. So that's what this training is on tonight. Yes, we used CapCut. Yes, we had the example of TikTok, but it relates to anything for any short form video, whether Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, whatever else. Does that make sense? Yes. Okay. And then this document, Daniel shared it just a moment ago. It's up there in the comments. For those on the replay, teachabletuesdayreplays.com. It'll be in the description below this video. And we'll see you guys here in the Facebook group in a sec with what you learned inside of the Teachable Tuesday post. Talk to you guys soon. Thanks for coming on tonight.
Later.